Check it out, guys. So we had a pretty nice green day in the stock market today. We had the S&P 500, let's see, up almost 1%. We had the Russell up 1.7%, pretty much recovering all of the loss from yesterday. You guys may or may not remember we had a pretty bad red day yesterday. The Russell went down almost 2%. We had the S&P down, NASDAQ pretty much all down 1.5% each. So today was a pretty nice bounce back day. You guys can see we had the Dow up 0.9%, the NASDAQ 1.2% in the green, and we had the VIX down a little bit, pretty much at break even. So let's take a look at the charts, guys, go over my thoughts, some stocks that I'm looking at, all that good stuff. So hit that like button, make sure to subscribe, and don't forget to get up to 15 stocks for Moomoo and to check out my Patreon if you guys are interested. A link down below. And with that being said, guys, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. So SPY right now is up to about 472.70, and we had a nice breakout heading into the end of the day. You guys can see we ended up falling actually a pretty substantial amount at about 11:30 to 12 on the East Coast. Right around noon, we went from 471.50 down to about 468.80. That was a drop of 0.5%, 0.6%. And then we recovered massively from around 1:20 p.m. all the way to where the markets closed. We closed again at 472.70, which was a recovery of around 0.9% heading into close on that breakout. Very, very strong move here for SPY and Triple Q. If I pull that up, you guys can see this got down to about, 404.40, and it ran all the way to 408 pretty much. So it ran almost 1%, 0.9% to be exact. So these had a very strong close to the day, and Triple Q is actually right by the highs from the pre-market today. It was right around 408 in the pre-market. Yeah, now we're at 407.75. So let's see if we break out of that point, maybe tomorrow, maybe at some point next week. If I pull this up on the 4-hour chart, guys, let me show you what's going on here. Maybe on the 5-day, I'll pull that up. You guys can see this point right here. If we break out of 408, maybe we fill the gap to 410, 410.50. Maybe that breaks. We'll see where it goes from there. So keep your eyes on that in the short term here on Triple Q. And on SPY, if I pull that up, guys, we can see we also, actually, no, this broke out of the highs from the pre-market. If I pull the intraday up, you guys can see pre-market, we hit 472.50, and we got to 473 pretty much by the end of the day. So we broke out of that, which is good for the bulls. And if I pull up the 20-day chart again, you guys can see if I zoom in a bit, maybe we could fill the gap now to 476. Maybe we do have some more upside here on SPY. So keep your eyes on these guys. Pretty strong bounce back day today after we had, a pretty bad day yesterday. Again, the worst day that we've had in the stock market since October. So let's break down some stocks here, guys. Let me actually pull up the earnings that we had yesterday. I'm not sure if we covered Micron here on the channel or any of these other ones for that matter. Let me actually pull it up here, guys. Give me a second. By the way, make sure to subscribe. I heard 55% of you guys are not subscribed. I check out my analytics from time to time, and I think 55% of you are not subscribed. So if that's you, make sure you guys subscribe. So let me see here what's going on. Yeah, we had Micron. Oh, we have actually Nike today. They actually just reported. So let's start there. Let me pull up Nike really quickly and see what's going on here. NKE. So let's see what's going on with Nike. Let's pull it up. Oh my goodness, guys. So Nike closed at 122.50, up 0.9% on the day. And let me clear the drawing set. Let's start there, guys. Let me start there. And now after the bell, it's crashing down to about 115. Holy smokes. It is down about $7 or around 6% after the bell. So Nike, let's see what these headline numbers are looking like. It looks like they ended up reporting, where are these numbers, guys? Come on. Looks like they ended up doing sales of $13.39 billion, and that missed the $13.43 billion. And it looks like here they ended up doing EPS of $1.03, which ended up beating the 85-cent expectation, so that's good. But again, they missed on sales, which is not good. And let me see what else, anything else here, guys, about Nike. Sees $2 billion of cost cuts. Are they cutting employees again, or doing layoffs, whatever? Let's see here. Not seeing anything about that. I'm actually interested in how they're cutting costs. I got to do a little homework on that, guys. But overall, it looks like they missed on revenue, which is never good. It looks like Greater China revenues up 4%. Equipment revenue, 479 million, yada, yada, yada. How are they doing in North America? Revenue down 4%. Okay, looks like Europe, Middle East, and Africa revenue is up 2%. Latin America and Asia Pacific up 13% revenue-wise. That's, looking like the best in terms of the different regions, right? So, yeah, Nike is getting a beating, guys. And what did I say? What the heck did I say, guys? If a stock is priced to perfection, which Nike pretty much was, it was up from 87.50 up to about 125 in the span of a month and a half, 2-3 months, and more like 2 months. It's up 40%. If anything comes out that's not good, in this case, they missed on revenue, that could cause the stock to give. And that's what we're seeing right now, which honestly is quite healthy for Nike. So now we're right by the moving average, the 180 SMA at 110. Let's see what happens there on this stock. And let's see what else, guys. CCL reported. I forgot to mention this one. This one's up 6.5% on the day today. It went up that much after they reported earnings this morning. It looks like they did -7 cents EPS, which beat the -14 cents expected. So let's see what they did on revenue. Revenue looks like $5.4 billion versus $5.31 billion expected. So they beat EPS, beat on revenue. And this is also one, funny enough, that was priced to perfection pretty much. Look at how much the stock has gone up, and it went up even more. Sometimes that happens, guys. Well, I guess they did beat on EPS and revenue, and they're crushing it on all cylinders right now. And now we're testing that 1950 level, which you guys can see clearly is where we peaked back in July, August. You guys can see that right here. So let's see if we break out of that point. If we do, man, CCL could have a lot more upside, in my opinion. This stock is still very beaten down in the grand scheme of things. And who knows, man, mid-20s, high 20s could be achievable for this one. We'll see. It looks like we're getting ready for a breakout. We're setting up for that. I don't know. Call me crazy. But CCL, keep your eyes on that one. Micron, let me pull up Micron quickly. This is one that is just getting way too stretched to the upside, in my opinion. Now it's up another 9 and went up another 8.6% on the day, guys. That's insane after they reported earnings. I think it was yesterday. So let me actually pull it up and see here what they ended up doing yesterday. I forgot to cover it. Let me pull it up here and show you guys. I'm sure you already saw it. But it looks like here they ended up doing -95 cents EPS, which missed the -91 cents expected, but they crushed on sales, guys. $4.73 billion versus $4.27 billion expected. So they missed on EPS, but they absolutely annihilated sales. And let me see here, guys. Anything else on guidance? They see Q2 EPS of -28 cents ±7 cents versus -62 cents expected, which is a crazy beat there. Or not even a beat, but that's way better than the expectation, guys, from the analysts. And for revenue, they see $5.3 billion ±200 million versus $5.03 billion, which is another big beat on guidance. So Micron breaking out. I'm not touching it. I'm not FOMOing into it, but it is one that I'm watching if it does pull back. As clearly the Bulls are in control on this one, but there's no way I'm touching it here, guys. It's just way overbought for me, at least in the short term. But yeah, either way, Micron, MU, I'm watching it. And let me do one more quickly here, guys, before we do wrap up the video. I think General Mills reported their stock crashed. Let's see what this is looking like. I mean, their stock, I don't know. If you guys want a dividend play or maybe a value play, I don't know if that's what you guys like, which for me, I don't like playing with General Mills or stocks like that for the most part. Sure, I'd own them through an ETF, but I'm not going to be going out there and buying General Mills stock. But who knows, man? It's one that is down a ton. It's down about $30. It's down even more since the last earnings report. And let me see. It looks like, what did they do, guys? Looks like they did Adjusted EPS of $1.25 versus $1.10 a year ago. Looks like that beat the $1.16 expectations, but sales missed $5.14 billion versus $5.35 billion expected. Oh, that's right. I was reading this this morning in an article. I think that's their first, or their worst, not their first, but their worst revenue miss in 8 years. Yeah, you heard that right, guys. 8 years on General Mills. Again, I was reading that this morning. As I do every morning, I'm pretty much reading up on, the news, stocks, whatever. I'm sure you guys do that as well, or not. I don't know. That's what I do. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, for the video. That's a quick breakdown on some stocks I'm looking at, charts, earnings, the indexes here. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. And you might as well follow me on X at Stocks Talk Stocks. And check out my Patreon if you guys want to see the Patreon portfolio, all the moves I make in there in real time. And if you want to be a part of the Discord chat, see the charts and all the ideas throughout the day, that is linked down below. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys later.